Hi everyone. Now, as you can see on my profile, I've got other interests besides window cleaning. I've got motorcycling, metal detecting and model making. So this is one of the models I made. It was a couple of years ago now. I haven't made one since because it takes a lot of patience, and of course there's the expense as well. Although this particular kit only cost me about 15 quid. It's from a company called Marcle Models, and they're actually paper models or very thin cardboard. Now they're pre-coloured, so you don't have to do any painting really, although you have to touch in the edges when you actually cut them. It's a 1/25th scale steam train, as you can see, the German T271. You can perhaps just see that one there. Quite an ancient looking beast. It's a narrow gauge railway, and you can see the actual scale if I put my hand near it there. It's a fairly large sort of model. Now if you get the mainline trains, they'll be almost twice as long as this. In reality, in real life, this is quite a small steam engine, but I didn't want to go too ambitious to start with because it might have been too difficult. These models aren't that easy to make, quite tedious, especially when you try and cut the wheels out there. I don't know if they can make that out very well. You can just see through them. Well, they can leave them because they give you a set of wheels, so you don't have to cut them out. They're just printed black, so they actually look realistic, but it's better to cut them out if you've got the patience. The coal there, I thought cat litter was good, sprayed black. You can perhaps see that, you've got the shine of the light there. See that fairly well. That's very effective on the right scale. The ballast on the track, you might laugh at this because it's actually oat bran. Perhaps you can't see it very well, but it looks the right scale in that. The rails, you don't get the rails with them, with these models, but they're quite simple to make. It's all cardboard. Cut strips out and stick them all together. Now at the top of the rails, you can see that glint in there. I just stuck silver paper on top to give it a metal effect. And I painted the whole lot in just water paints. That's the rails, that is, because as I say, the rest of the model is pre-printed, but when you actually cut the parts out, you need to touch in the edges, so felt tip pens are usually very good for that. But all in all, I really enjoyed making this model, and it's based on a narrow gauge train, as I said. If you get the mainline ones, they're absolutely enormous and make absolutely superb models. Now the case I made myself as well. For once I thought, right, I'm going to make a case because I don't want dust all over it. It's just perspex, and around the edges here a bit of plastic wood effect moulding. The whole lot is just stuck on some plasterboard. You can perhaps see underneath I've glued the whole train down so it doesn't actually tip over. See underneath there I've stuck actually cardboard lips on each corner to stop it falling out. That's basically all it is. I think it's made a lovely model. I can't wait to get another one to make. They're really good. Now, if you're interested yourself, this is the company you get them from. Well, you can see that says Marcle Models there. That's on the computer. Now that's a company that will send you all sorts of models. You get aircraft and tanks and you name it, ships and architecture, and of course trains, which I'm particularly interested in. They also sell like the catalogue of actually how to do card modelling. I bought that as well at the same time. I found it pretty helpful. So there you go. You'll need tools for this. You really need a set of scalpels and some water paints and some felt tip pens as well, and some bits of wire, some little tiny tins of Humbrol paint, and I think you'll get on great if you really like this. I've taken several photographs of this particular model. I took some outside and it looks so realistic. Anyway, if you're interested in this sort of thing, now you know where to go. Job done.